third and final preview of my Counter-Strike 2 simulator. Um, so I've changed up quite a few things to kind of get it closer to what I envisioned for the game, and I also took some consideration into some of the feedback I got during my personal playtest. So here's the same map. Not much has really changed. I've added like a couple variable nodes and whatnot, maybe a couple like display nodes just for text and some variables, as well as maybe one node just to simplify some of the thought process and to make sense. So if we just test the game right now, had some cool transitions thanks to some help from someone in class. We're just gonna boot through this, and I wanted to show something that I thought would kind of be really neat. So if you unbox this case now at the start of the game, um, you still are given the same options, but if you click unbox, you can tell you actually do get something different. So originally you would only get the sawed off and the 5.7 as your only unboxes. We're gonna have to restart if we want it to, um, if we want to make it work again. But we're just going to restart it. We're going to unbox the case and let's perform luck pair. And there you go. It's a different. So what I did this time is that I randomized all the contents of this first case. So it is, you can get any skin basically, just depending on your luck. It is completely fair. So, you know, it just depends on whether or not you want to keep on doing that or keep on restarting until you get something. It won't really change the outcome. Just there are different text options though. And I added, actually, yeah, so I added this node that kind of gives a little bit more detail as to um, how you can detect what might be the right play for what you should do, or understanding the type of play. And so these two, right, it's about taking risk and playing passive, right? Kind of the two fundamental core values of playing Counter-Strike. And then there's also utility options depending on what the scenario claims for you, right? So you should be able to use smokes that take time to bloom, or Molotovs, which will kind of prevent, but it will also take time to throw them as well. So just to kind of give a preface, the map is still the same. So let's go to Anubis right now. I've reformatted some of the text as well, just so that people can get a better idea of what how the other team may play, so that way they can figure out how they will play themselves. And for starters, there's also text that tells you kind of the better which direction you can take to go to where. So we'll just go B for this one. And so you can hold on bomb site B, so it shows that it's a passive option, right? And then you could push into B main or push into B connector, showing that these are like risky options. So, you know, I think last time I did show pushing into B main, so let's try to peek B connector. And we're gonna get a pick. I did change the image, but that way I felt like it wouldn't add too much context. I might change this after the video actually, just because I do have a couple extra images that could fit the theme. And you know, you could either choose to remain on bomb site B, which it also tells you is a risk itself, since you can be swarmed, or choose a whole temple for a possible push from middle, place the terrorist head on. So we're gonna choose to rotate towards temple. And we're gonna get some pics. We did have another image earlier, but I'll probably edit it again just so that it kind of gives a little bit more context. You'll see, you could use it to dissuade the push into the temple, the Molotov, right? Or you can keep your gun out, be ready for the push. So you have to think about whether or not, if you remember from before, right? The Molotov takes time to take out, right? Keep your gun out and be ready for the push. Right, and so if we throw a Molotov, we're gonna actually get caught in the timing and then get killed for that. But let's just say we're gonna hold the angle, and we do get the picks to throw the Molotov. It turns out to be the right play, and we win the game because of that, right? We can unbox the case. We get the AUG death by puppy ending, and yeah. So I'm just gonna add a couple more images for some of these options, just because I have a lot of extra screenshots. But that is pretty much my demo, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, I'm not exactly sure how links will work with this app, but you know, hopefully we gotta share these games somewhere and people can play them. So thank you.